Thank you for waiting. This is part 2 of this lecture, and I'm recording it now. Every baby needs protection. Every baby needs protection in order to survive. And a kangaroo is blind and helpless at birth. Its tiny size and helpless condition make it extremely vulnerable. Now the mother kangaroo will encourage it to climb into her pouch. Okay, number 1, 2, 3, 4. That will be its home for about 4 months. Okay, it's about kangaroos anyway. So I will try to choose somebody to translate them. Fine, no problems. I'm just trying to see the names of those who would like to translate. There are still people who haven't talked yet anyway. It's your choice. I really do not have anything to say to you. Tara will translate number 1. So let me just unmute Tara, please.
Yes. Number 1, every baby needs protection in order to survive. كل طفل يحتاج إلى الرعاية أو إلى الحماية من أجل البقاء.
I told you do not say oh, even if it's a mistake we will correct it at a later stage. But you cannot say كل طفل أو ولد يحتاج أو يريد الحماية أو المساعدة. In this way it doesn't work. It doesn't really work with me. And it please. So it's الحماية. ليبقى على قيد الحياة. Number 2.
A kangaroo is blind and helpless at birth. الكنغر هو أعمى وعاجز عند الولادة.
So you can say in a better way, you can say يولد الكنغر عاجزا وأعمى.
Exactly.
Number it's actually not أعمى, it's مغمض العينين, I think so. Number 3, yes.
Its tiny size and helpless condition make it extremely vulnerable.
We're talking about the kangaroo. We talk about kangaroo, yes?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, about kangaroo. صغر حجمه وعجزه
يجعلانه
حالة العجز وصغر الحجم تجعله ضعيف جدا.
It's not ضعيف جدا، معرض للخطر، معرض لدرجة كبيرة للخطر. Number 4.
Okay. Number 4, the mother kangaroo will encourage it to climb into her pouch. أم الكنغر سوف تساعده للتسلق أو الخروج من الكيس.
No, I told you not to say oh. I told you not to say oh. Please. Number 5.
That will be its home for about 4 months. سوف يكون بيته لأربع أشهر. للأشهر الأربعة.
تقريبا, because we have about. Thank you very much for your answer. Thank you very much. Yes. Now we move to another person. Now we have number 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, etc. Let me start. Yes, Fatima, please.
Using special muscles, the mother will have some milk into the baby. باستخدام الأم لعضلات معينة تضخ الحليب إلى الرضيع أو إلى الطفل.
Fine. Number 7. Number 7, please.
Living in a pouch and being fed in this way are unusual. حياته داخل الكيس وطعامه بهذه الطريقة غير عادية.
Number 8.
There are only few animals in the world with pouches. هناك عدد قليل من الحيوانات بالجراب في العالم.
Number 9.
عفوا.
Number 9, please. Okay. Yes.
To see these animals in the zoo is a treat for many children. رؤية هذه الحيوانات في حديقة الحيوانات يعتبر مش عارفة for themselves لأطفال كثيرين، يعني معاملة خاصة أو يعني
You can say anything. You can say شيئا جميلا ممتعا للأطفال لكثير من الأطفال. Okay. Number 9.
after a time the baby can be seen peeking out the pouch. بعد مضي وقت قليل بعد مضي وقت يمكن للرضيع أن ينظر من خارج الجراب.
No, I would disagree with you on this one, and I'd say ومع مرور الوقت يمكننا أن نرى الطفل يرفع رأسه من الجراب. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Fatima. It's always good to hear you all participating. So thank you, Fatima. Thank you all. So I'll try to see now who would like to say Abdullah, I think, then Ali, then anyway, whoever. Abdullah, yes, number 11, please.
Okay, do you want me to read the sentence or start with translation
Just,
directly?
well, if you like, translate it would be better to save time.
Okay. سيساعد الدفء والحماية والتغذية مولود الكنغرو للبقاء والنمو.
Okay, that's
number
right.
12. Is it right?
Yeah, that's right, yes.
Okay. Number 12. وأخيرا الكنغرو اليافع سوف يخرج من الجراب للمرة الأخيرة.
Okay, next.
الكنغرو الكبير والمكتمل النمو سيزن حوالي 200 باوند.
Fine.
Is it right here?
Let me see, because I have just moved to another page. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're talking about number 14,
13.
13.
Yes. I said that
Yeah, okay,
الكنغرو
fine, that's correct, okay.
الذكر المكتمل النمو.
Okay, that's fine, that's correct, yes. Next.
14. للنمو من 5 إنشات وأكثر
إلى أكثر
من
خمسة
أكثر من
أقدام.
5 أقدام هو إنجاز عظيم.
That's fine. The last one, number 15, please.
مهارة الكنغرو اليافع في القفز تساعده لأن يقفز لتصل إلى 30 قدم. يعني لتصل القفزة إلى 30 مسافة 30 قدم. نعم.
Please do not give me alternatives. I will just take it from here. مسافة 30 قدما because this is تمييز. Thank you very much, and I think we will move now to another exercise, and we will try to see maybe just someone else to translate what we have anyway. So we have some other exercises all about the verbals, and let's say what we have here. The example says a verbal adjective can be formed by reducing an adjective clause, etc. To a word. This is something that we're not interested in, although it's a grammar that we need to master anyway. Hanging basket. What does it mean? Hanging basket. السلة. It should be a hung basket. Contains a rare species of bromeliad. I don't know why to say hanging. Is he talking about something else here in this exercise? Let me read. A verbal phrase follows noun. It describes, for example. Okay, that's fine. So now here this is the issue. a hanging basket should not be understood as السلة المعلقة. It should be understood as سلة التعليق. This is what I understand, although I don't understand why it's here hanging. Anyway, people suffering from. How do you translate suffering? It is الذين يعانون. الأشخاص الذين يعانون. What about a crying child? How do you translate a crying child? Okay, now I think we have Ali because he wants us to say something. Ali, could you please translate for us the first one? A crying child. How do you translate it?
A crying child. الطفل الذي يبكي.
That's fine. Just only this one. Okay, now
Yeah,
we have
thank you.
the homes destroyed. Ali, continue please. The homes destroyed. How do you translate it?
المباني التي دمرت.
In fact, no, because we have by, so it's المنازل التي دمرها الإعصار. المنازل التي دمرها الإعصار. Please focus on this now here. It's very interesting as translation task.
Yeah.
And we have here days provided by the university. How do you translate this phrase? Days provided by the university. Please.
The number of vacations days.
Please,
Only days provided by the.
Only days provided by the university.
الأيام المقدمة من قبل الجامعة.
This is not what we want.
أو الأيام.
Thank you. Oh, please do not say oh, please. It gets on my nerves. So we do not say الأيام المقدمة من قبل الجامعة. We say الأيام التي تقدمها الجامعة. This is now it's getting more interesting. Baked potatoes. How do you translate this one?
البطاطا المخبزة أو المحمرة أو.
I told you not to say oh, please Ali. Do not say oh. Just say.
Okay.
إذا البطاطا should be المشوية or something like this maybe. I don't know. Thank you very much Ali.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I know this is the rule of thumb. Never irritate a trainer because you do not know what else he can do. If you ever say oh, you do not know what I am going to do. In most cases I do nothing anyway. Now we have movies shown. How do you translate it, Shireen?
الأفلام المعروضة.
Yes, it could be الأفلام المعروضة. It could be الأفلام التي تعرض. Okay, both are correct. Number 8. Number 8 we have. Where is the?
Badly torn garments.
Badly torn garments.
Yeah. الجلابيب التي ممكن التي ضاع عليها الزمن وضاع عليها الزمن.
المهملة الممزقة المهلهلة. Okay, but Shireen, are you sure about جلابيب? I don't know if they. I wish so. They could put on جلابيب, but I don't know. I cannot imagine any one of them putting on jilbab. It is good anyway for her to put so. Number 9 we have volunteers recruited by. How do you translate it? Volunteers recruited by.
المتطوعون المعين التي تعينهم شريف. التي عينهم شريف. I don't know what is شريف mean.
Sharif, this
maybe
is
it's
Sharif, yes, it's Sharif, simply Sharif, but certainly not Omar Sharif, certainly, yes. So المتطوعين الذين يعينهم please understand this is very important. المتطوعون الذين يعينهم, this is important. It's not الذين عينهم.
Yeah.
الذين one moment.
I know. Because
please forget about Omar Sharif, Noor Sharif, etc. Since the main clause here, the verb in the main clause, since it's in the past tense, this one is past. If it's in present sense, it's in present. Volunteers recruited by, it's now here المتطوعون الذين عينهم. However, if we have here search, if it is search here, not searched, it's going to be الذين عينهم also. Okay, just forget about what I said. But sometimes I say things that are not to be understood. This is my job. Anyway, if you don't understand me, it's okay. It's better for this time. Because volunteers recruited by الذين عينهم, and that's all. Number 10.
People working in related areas.
Okay, now
الأشخاص
this one, forget about الأشخاص. This one, poorly, it's poorly lighted areas.
poorly lighted. المناطق الفقيرة فقرا شديدا.
No, it has nothing to do with فقر. In fact, it has to do with light. So المناطق سيئة الإضاءة. Thank you very much for that. Thank you, Shireen. You did a great job, as all of you are doing. Now we have to see other ones. Yes, exercise, please do them alone, because we don't want to bother ourselves with. Now we have this one and that one. One of them is incorrect, the other is correct. Here I want you to translate it as is and then correct it and translate the correction. Excited movie, الفيلم المخوف. This is wrong, it should be exciting movie, الفيلم الممتع. Excited children means الأطفال المستمتعين. So this is the mistake here. Now I will move to someone else. I think we will move to Huda. I will move to Huda. And Huda, we have tiring from and we have exhausting trip. One of them is a mistake. Please first of all translate them and tell me what the mistake is.
Can you repeat again?
My question is, one of them is incorrect. Yes. Tiring or exhausting, which one?
Hello.
Yes, Huda, I'm hearing you. Huda, we cannot proceed in this way. I think you have a problem with the mic because I cannot hear you well. Maybe you cannot hear me well as well. I will do this exercise for you because it's a bit difficult. It should be tired. Oh, not to write. Tired. It should be tired. And tiring from means المتعب من, which is incorrect. Tired from means المتعب من. Exhausting trip means الرحلة المتعبة. I will lower down your hands and you can tell me if you can do any of them. But we have, for example, here we have number, I will do number 5. A couple needing a yard. الزوج اللذان يحتاجان. اللذان يحتاجان. This one is اللذان يحتاجان. And to the house, advertising in this is البيت المعلن, and this is wrong. It should be البيت المعلن, advertise, which means المعلن عنه. Well, I think we have some people who would like to participate in 6 and 7. Mesa, please, would you like to do number 6?
Okay, have we keep and updated the wrong here with updating?
So
it should be
updating.
updated.
It should be
File
updated.
People.
How do you translate updating file?
Yes.
الملف المحدث. This is how you translate.
ملف حديث.
But when you say
محدث.
updated file, is going to be الملف
Yes.
المحدث. Reported to. How do you translate reported to?
Reported. Reported to المبلغ عنهم.
No, it's incorrect. المبلغ عن أنه, because we have to be, so it is
المبلغ أنهم
المبلغ عن أنه, المبلغ عنه بأنه خطير. Okay, المبلغ عنه, as you said, المبلغ عنه, that's right, بأنه خطير. إذن عنهم, and I think we can say خطيرون. I think we can say خطيرون, but maybe خطيرون is better. I'm not sure, so let us keep it.
Yes, with أن it's خبر أن.
Okay,
yes.
I'm talking about خطيرون or خطيرون. This is the. Thank you very much. We move now to Maha. Maha, we have amused person. How do you translate amused person?
Okay. شخص مستمتع.
مستمتع, and this doesn't make any sense. So it should be amusing.
Amusing person.
الشخص المستمتع. What about the guests entertained?
الضيوف المستمتعون.
No, don't say it this way. Don't say it, please. It's not المستمتع بهم. The guests entertained means الضيوف المرحب بهم. الضيوف المرحب بهم. We don't say المستمتع بهم.
No, I haven't said مستمتع بهم. I said المستمتعون يعني.
No, it's not المستمتعون. Guests entertained, which means الضيوف يعني how to say it? Okay, this is a bit difficult. Let's say this is keep the guests entertained, which means yes, you are right. You are no, you're right. You're right. I don't know what's happening today. Maybe I'm lost. يجعلون يبقون على. I will translate it literally, please. Do you فهم? مستمتعين. يستمتعين. Sorry for my mistake also. I'm sorry, and because I made a mistake, I think I will give you another one. Translate. This is a newly elected governor impressed the reporters with her interested in news. Okay. How do you say the newly elected governor?
الحاكم الذي انتخب حديثا.
That's right. Good. And what about to be interested in news? How do you translate interested in news?
I think that أخبار
الأخبار المهتمة. This way الأخبار المهتمة.
Yes.
It should be interesting.
It should
الأخبار
be
المثيرة
interesting.
للاهتمام.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Maha, and sorry for my mistakes. I'm making many mistakes today anyway. This is how life goes on. So, who would like? I'm just lowering your names, waiting for some people to say number 9. Number 9 is actually حفزه محفزا من. This is what's the meaning of that. Many thought-provoked questions should be thought-provoking. Thought-provokes أسئلة مثارة فكريا, and this is wrong. Thought-provoking means أسئلة مثيرة للتفكير. Let's now move to something else. I would like to move to this exercise. Now this exercise, sorry, there's no need for any participation at the moment. I'm just explaining that this is a kind of transformational grammar, and I need just to do it for you because it's maybe a bit difficult, I'm not sure. In the meantime, if you have any question, please just raise your hand and ask a question, and I will try to explain it. After he had developed a new drug, the doctor was invited to give a speech. Since here we have the subject with doctor, and here we have he, then therefore we have the same with the same subject, we can make transformation in grammar and say having developed, etc., etc. It is just in this way, having developed. So we have having developed, etc. I don't know even. So having developed, I think the dots should be somewhere else. I don't know why. So it starts with having developed. Because it has a lot of oil, Saudi Arabia is a rich country. Because it has a lot of oil, we can say having a lot of oil. After it has arrived at the factory, raw skill is carefully watched, and it should be the following. This one should be after arriving. Because it's easy to mine and refine, silver was worked by early men. Because it's easy being, it should be being easy. When it is threatened, it becomes like this. When threatened, and this is page 198, I think you have some problems in transformation in grammar. For that reason, I did not discuss it with you. Before he planted the seeds, it becomes before planting the seeds. If you ask me about the rule, there is no rule. There are rules in fact, but it's very difficult to explain them. So somebody is asking question maybe, because I saw a hand and then there's no hand. Okay. So this is the question. The question is how to turn the clause from a finite into non-finite clause by using a verbal. Here there are some explanations that it's very difficult to explain. In fact, if I explain them, you will be just lost. Try to read it. If you don't understand it, it's going to be a problem for you. It says that we have first of all to check for the subject to see whether the subject is here the same or not. Assuming that it is it here and Saudi Arabia, therefore it's had the same subject. The next rule says omit the subject, omit the verb, and participalize it. In other words, it could be having, it could be being, it could be anything. I'm sorry, it's very difficult to explain. Shireen, you have a question, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, I face some problem with translating this kind of sentences. So could you explain what is the methodology for translating
there
this?
is no methodology at all. You can translate both at the same time, the same thing, without any problem. You can say السعودية غنية بالنفط ولذلك هي بلد غني. That's all the thing. And the same thing with having a lot of the same thing. It doesn't change the meaning. In other words, this one that I'm just highlighting, this one, the other one, they both have the same meaning. While she was playing outside, the child hurt herself. It says here بينما كانت الطفلة تلعب في الخارج آذت نفسها. And here the second one, بينما كانت الطفلة تلعب بالخارج آذت نفسها. It's the same. There is no change at all. Both of them have the same thing. Because he had broken his leg, he was taken to the emergency room. بما أنه كسر رجله أخذوه إلى غرفة الطوارئ. The same thing, the same. There's no other translation for that. You have next question. Yes.
Shall we recognize the omitted part? For example, in number 2, the omitted is because. So shall we recognize what the original sentence that is transferred into having a part and part participle?
Shireen, have you studied transformational grammar? This is the answer to your question. Have you studied transformational grammar?
Yeah, I studied how
you
to
studied transformational
transfer.
grammar. Okay. So in transformational grammar, it says that when you have two clauses, one main clause and the second one is subordinate clause, this one. And next, if you have the same subject here, the same subject there, then you can change it into something else by first of all crossing out the subordinator, crossing out the subject, and then transforming the verb from whatsoever, from, for example, the past perfect into participle having broken, having plus participle. This is the rule which says here we change it in this way. It's having plus participle. That's the only thing. Yes.
Yeah. I'm asking about the translation. If I wanted to translate, shall I retreat to or come back to the original sentence that I shall do it myself? If I see, for example, having broken his leg, he was taken to the emergency room. Shall I ask myself what the original of this sentence? Yeah, it's because. So in order to translate it, I shall go back to the original sentence or make the original sentence.
No, I understand
myself.
what you want to say. Yes, maybe mentally speaking, psychologically speaking, you have to do though. Although you don't know on paper, you do not have to be in this process. But let me tell you something. كان مريضا لذلك أخذه المستشفى. In my own work, I wouldn't say it after. I would say simply having.
Okay, I got it.
This is how I translate it. One moment, please. Having been ill, he was taken to hospital, for example. I would translate in this way. If you, however, say after, or because, not after he in this way, because he had been ill, he was taken to hospital. There is no problem. You can translate in either ways. And I hope I am. I hope I answered your question. This is the only thing that I can do. It's very difficult. I know this is transformational grammar. I cannot explain it more. It's simply you have to be trained on those
Yeah.
things. Yeah. Just remember that we have
Yeah,
main
it's-
clause, subordinate clause. Both of them have the same subject. Therefore, we can do, and we start with the subordinated. Therefore, we can do this transformational grammar rule. Thank you very much for your question, Shireen. Now, I would like to move to the next page, unless you have any question. We're now on page 199. 199 is very important because it says we cannot do this transformation rule if the subject is different. Here, for example, that we have here, walking home, a noise frightened the girl. You cannot simply cross it and say having been home, etc. No, we cannot say that, simply because you see the subject here is nose, and walking here, you cannot say the nose was walking. The translation of this sentence is as follows: بينما كان الضجيج يمشي إلى البيت خوف الفتاة, which doesn't make any sense. So let us do some training on that, because this is very important. This is very important. Still, we have lots of things to cover in this chapter, but I think this is very important. When applying for a parking sticker, the campus police requires students, etc., etc., etc. This is, of course, wrong, because the one which says just write the letter of the correct sentence, simply because obviously in the context it says when applying, it seems that the students apply, but here it says the police. The translation here becomes عندما يتقدم الشرطي الأمن يعني بطلب لتذكرة الملصق مصف السيارات الذي يوضع على السيارة يطلب إلى الطلاب كذا وكذا. In fact, he doesn't ask for the ticket, for sticker. The students do. But here number 2 which says عندما يتقدم الطلاب إلى طلب الحصول على ستيكر لمصف السيارات يجب عليهم أن يبينوا للشرطي الموجود الوثائق التعريفية الخاصة بهم. Now here number 2 again, sleeping in the corner. Sleeping, who is sleeping? Since we don't have a subject here because it's the subordinate is omitted, the verb is omitted, etc. It's the kittens. So the kittens is now here we have the kittens. بما أن القطط الصغيرة كانت تنام في الزاوية etc. لم يزعجها أحد, which makes من الكلاب المجاورة. This makes sense. But here number B, بما أن كلاب الجيران كانوا ينامون in the corner of the old, so they did not bother the kittens, which doesn't make any sense. While using the microwave oven, and where is the no, this is the subject, so it's a dik, for example, or al-mashawi or whatsoever. So here it means that عندما يستخدم الديك المشوي الميكروويف etc etc, which doesn't make any sense because you cannot have dik mashwi opening the microwave and doing all of this stuff. He's already ready to be eaten. Okay, now I think Ali has a question, but I beg your pardon, I have to replace the battery of the mouse. One moment, please. Ali, you had a question, please go ahead.
I don't have a specific question, but I want to solve number 4 if it's possible for me.
Be my guest.
Yeah, number 4, I think the correct sentence is number B. Increasing from 2.5 billion in 1950, the population of the world increased 4.25 billion in the late 19th century.
Yes, that's right.
So I think the correct.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ali. This is a correct answer, yes. Now I would like just to invite my own sentences on the blackboard, the whiteboard here, because it seems that all of them are difficult to read, difficult to understand. And I would like to say this sentence. I would like just to write something on the board. Let's have just such an example. Just an example. What does this, how do you translate this one? Having been hungry, the sandwich was delicious. Having been hungry, the sandwich was delicious. How do you translate this one? Nobody can translate it. Just Ali wants to translate it. Is there any other person who would like to say something? Okay, Sabir, please. Sabir, one moment. I need to. One moment. Yes, Sabir, how do you translate this sentence?
كوني جائعا كان السندوتش لذيذا.
Okay. This doesn't translate in this way. Let's see another person. Thank you very much, Sabir. Maysa, would you like to say something? How do you translate this one?
لأن السندوتش كان جائعا كان لذيذا.
Okay, this makes sense. This is how it translates. Do you like this sentence? It seems to be wrong. For that, it's simply
Yes,
because
it is
it's
wrong.
Yeah. But if you say, for example, something else, if you say, for example,
Yes, it is a correct one.
yes, it is correct. So, and let me just correct the spelling. Yes, how do you translate it now?
لأن الطفل كان جائعا وجد الشطيرة لذيذة.
Exactly, this is how we translate it. Thank you very much, Misa. It's making things easier because these sentences are really very difficult to read sometimes. When renting an apartment, a lease is signed by the tenant. This one means, what does this mean? Number 7, who would like to translate number 7, A and B? Fatima, would you please translate number A and B and 7?
عندما تستأجر الشقة يتم توقيع العقد من قبل المستأجر.
First of all, we do not have يتم توقيع يوقع Fatima anyway. Fatima, now I will translate it in the wrong way first. This is number A. عندما, just focus with me on the subject. عندما يؤجر عقد الإيجار الشقة يوقعه المؤجر المستأجر. Number A is translated in this way. عندما يؤجر عقد الإيجار الشقة يوقعه المستأجر, which is wrong. But the correct one is number B, which translates as, how do you translate it? Number B.
عندما يستأجر عفوا عند تأجير شقة يوقع المستأجر العقد.
No, this is wrong. No, we don't say it this way. We say عندما يستأجر المرء. This is how we translate into Arabic now. We must have some amendments to make. عندما يستأجر المرء شقة يطلب إليه توقيع عقد الإيجار. Now thank you very much, Fatima. I know that these are sometimes confusing. I know that you understand them also, but they are confusing because they are meant to be confusing here. Challenging established hypotheses about the origin of man or man. Okay, sorry. I want somebody now to translate number A and B. Excuse me, sorry. So, who would like to translate number A and B? Number A and B, please translate them the wrong way, no problem. Let me help you in the translation process. We have challenging established hypothesis. Somebody is challenging. Who is this somebody? It is the fossils. It is the fossils. No, I hope that the whiteboard will not crash again. It crashed anyway. So it's good. No, this is exactly what we not want. I think we have a problem. I'm not sure if you can hear me now because I'm having a crash.